You probably have some of these in your fridge right now. That leftover chicken, some rice, or a few cooked potatoes. They seem perfect for your next meal, and using leftovers is a smart way to save money and reduce food waste. But you may have heard that reheating some foods can be risky. The truth is, the danger rarely comes from the act of reheating. It comes from how the food was handled before it was even reheated in the microwave or oven. Today, we're diving into the science of food safety and the 10 common foods that need a little extra care. The golden rule of food safety, the danger zone. Before we get to the list, you need to know about the temperature danger zone. This is the temperature range between 4 degrees C and 60 degrees, 40 degrees, and 140 degrees, where bacteria can multiply incredibly fast. The key to keeping leftovers safe is to minimize the time they spend in this zone. The trick is to cool food down quickly after cooking and reheat it thoroughly later. Now, let's look at those 10 foods. 1. Potatoes. The risk with potatoes isn't reheating, it's improper cooling. A baked potato left to cool slowly while wrapped in foil creates a low-oxygen environment where Clostridium botulinum bacteria can thrive and produce a dangerous toxin. Safe method. Always cool potatoes quickly, uncovered, and get them in the fridge within 2 hours. Handled this way, they're perfectly safe to reheat. 2. Rice and amp. Pasta. Uncooked rice and pasta can contain spores of a bacteria called Bacillus cereus. These spores can survive cooking, and if the food is left in the danger zone, they produce toxins that are not destroyed by heat. Safe method. Cool rice and pasta as fast as possible. Spreading them on a tray helps. Refrigerate within an hour and eat within a day. This prevents the toxins from forming in the first place. 3. Eggs. You may have heard that reheating eggs creates toxins. This is a myth. There is no scientific evidence for this. Reheating eggs might make them rubbery or tough, but that's a quality issue, not a safety one. Safe method. The only risk is standard bacterial growth. Just make sure they were cooked thoroughly the first time and appropriately stored in the fridge. 4. Chicken. The primary concern with chicken is bacteria like Salmonella. The danger isn't the act of reheating, but reheating it inadequately. Safe method. When you reheat chicken, make sure it reaches an internal temperature of 74 degrees Celsius, 165 degrees all the way through. This kills any bacteria that may have grown during storage. Use a food thermometer if you can. 5. Mushrooms like eggs. The idea that reheating mushrooms creates toxins is false. They have a high water content and can get a bit slimy when reheated, but they are not dangerous. Safe method. Treat them like any other leftover. Cool them quickly, store them in the fridge, and reheat them thoroughly. 6. Seafood. Seafood is highly perishable. The risk comes from spoilage that happens during storage, not during reheating. If it wasn't kept cold enough, bacteria could grow. Safe method. Make sure you get seafood into the fridge immediately. If it smells off before you reheat it, don't take the risk. When you do reheat, make sure it's piping hot. 7. An amp. 8. Spinach and beets. These veggies contain nitrates, which can turn into compounds called nitrosamines when reheated. While this is chemically true, the risk is vastly exaggerated for adults. The amount formed is tiny. Safe method. For adults, this isn't a significant concern. The main benefit of eating vegetables far outweighs this minuscule risk. Note, it's often advised to avoid giving reheated spinach to infants. 9. In AMP 10, cream sauces and AMP broths. These delicious sauces are a perfect environment for bacteria to grow if left in the danger zone. There's nothing uniquely dangerous about them, but their rich, moist nature means you need to be diligent. Safe method. This is just basic food safety. Cool these sauces down quickly after cooking, store them properly in the fridge, and bring them to a rolling boiler of very hot temperature when reheating. So there you have it. It's not about what you reheat, but how you handle it. Safe food handling is the key.